Virginia Henderson was born into a large family of scholars and educators in Kansas City, Missouri in 1897. In 1901, her family moved to the state of Virginia, where she spent the rest of her childhood years and attended a boys' school managed by her grandfather. In 1918, spurred by patriotism and an admiration for figures like Florence Nightingale, Henderson enrolled in the Army School of Nursing situated in Washington, D.C. After a 2-year program at Walter Reed Hospital caring for wounded World War I soldiers, Henderson received her nursing diploma. She worked at a variety of hospitals and eventually returned to education at Columbia University in New York City. In 1931, she received her Bachelor's of Science, and directly after that completed a master's program in nursing education. During her time at Columbia University, she revised Bertha Harmer's textbook of the Principles and Practice of Nursing that was widely adopted by nursing education programs. Henderson worked as an instructor at Columbia University, later taking a position at Yale in New Haven, Connecticut. Here she acted as a researcher. Over the years as an educator and researcher, Virginia Henderson redefined the role of a nurse and published her own book titled The Nature of Nursing, in which she expressed what she called her concept of nursing. Henderson claimed that a nurse has 14 specific activities that need to be performed in order to provide excellent care. Those activities are maintaining normal breathing, maintaining adequate eating and drinking, the elimination of bodily wastes, maintaining desirable posture and position of the patient, helping them get sleep and rest, picking out clothes, dressing and undressing, maintaining body temperature within normal range, keeping the body clean and well groomed, maintaining a safe environment and preventing injury to the patient and others, helping the patient communicate with others, worshiping according to one's faith, helping them accomplish work tasks, playing or providing forms of recreation, and using resources to provide learning, discovery, and healing. As we can see, these are all nursing activities that a modern-day nurse performs in one way or another. Henderson went on to explain that the nurse performs these activities within 3 different types of roles, the first one being doing for the patient. In this role, the nurse performs all aspects of the activity. In a modern-day setting, we could see a nurse performing oral care on a conscious or unconscious patient, one who doesn't have the strength or the capability to do it themselves. The next role that Henderson describes is that of helping the patient. In this role, the nurse performs only that which the patient cannot. In today's setting, we may see a patient trying to dress and undress. They may be able to perform part of the activity but not complete the activity by themselves. This would be a case of the nurse helping the patient. The third role that Henderson describes is that of working with the patient. In this role, the nurse plays more of a teacher. The patient actually performs the activity themselves. In a modern-day situation, the nurse may be teaching the patient how to take a medication or clean a wound, and the patient actually performs the activity themselves. This would be working with the patient, according to Henderson. Virginia Henderson's teachings became widely adopted as standard nursing practice. Many went on to call her the Nightingale of modern nursing. She received 13 honorary degrees. She was inducted into the American Nursing Association's Hall of Fame and had a library named after her. Virginia Avenel Henderson died on March 19, 1996 at the age of 98. She redefined the role and duties of the nurse and will be remembered as the one who led the way to modern nursing.
I became a nurse because I really wanted to help people more than anything.
I wanted to become a nurse because I grew up around nursing homes. My grandfather suffered from a stroke, so I saw all the great care that he got, and I decided that that was what I wanted to do, and I wanted to make a difference, so that's why I became a nurse.
Well, when I was 24 years old, new graduate out of school, I had done a psych rotation in a state hospital, and I just found it to be extremely interesting and rewarding, and I really felt that I had a special knack for dealing with that population. So I went as a new graduate right into psychiatry, and I've been doing it ever since.
I knew I wanted to be a nurse from a very early age, even in elementary school. I used to go to the nurse's office at lunchtime and use Bactine and Band-Aids and take care of kids during that time. So I just always knew I wanted to be a nurse.
I've always wanted to be a nurse since I was about 5 years old. I just remember always having an interest. It's just my passion. I really enjoy taking care of people.
I wanted to do it all. I wanted to have a family. I wanted to be a professional. I wanted to be a mother. And I thought it would fit the bill. And 38 years later, I'm still enjoying it.
I became a nurse because my neighbor was a nurse, and when I was around 13 or 14, she suggested I try a candy striping program, which I did. And once I did that, I knew healthcare was for me, and I really liked nursing.
I've always wanted to be a nurse since I was young. I remember writing something when I was in kindergarten saying I want to be a nurse, but I don't like blood. But I still pursued going into nursing. I'm very happy I did.
Well, I became a nurse because to me it's the perfect job. It's opportunity to interact with people in their weakest moment when they're sick and be able to give them your skill and serve them and promote healing. So I think it's best for me. It's like the best job for me. So that's why I did it.
I became a nurse because I always wanted to help others, and that always made me feel good about myself, helping somebody else, and here I am.
I became a nurse because from the time I was very little, I always felt that I wanted to care for people and take care of them. And I remember as a little girl always wanting to be a nurse, and my father would make me little nursing hats, and I would always take care of my dolls, and so I always knew that when I grew up I'd be a nurse someday. I was going to save the world. I don't think I saved the world, but I think I've cared a lot for patients after 35 years. So that's why I'm a nurse.
They are the people who do for others what they would do for themselves if they had the strength, the will, and the knowledge. I think it's also, while they're doing this, they're thinking, how can I help this person to be independent of me at the earliest possible time? And that differs so from a newborn infant to somebody who's dying. The other thing that I really feel very strongly about is our failure to free our language from the jargon that separates us from the patient. I'm very critical of the nursing jargon and the medical jargon, particularly as it relates to the use of the medical record. Just as when you make rounds with patients present, or if you take a patient into an amphitheater, you talk about him, you don't talk to him. And I find that so wrong. To me, it just grates on me so that to me, it's so rude in the first place. The second place, we're wasting an opportunity to help that person. I think it's so clear.
The teamwork is just amazing here. Like some nights things will happen and it's not even that bad because everyone just works together so well.
I love being a nurse at Mather because I've been here since I started, which was 8 years ago. I started as an aide, I was an LPN, and I was a nurse. Now I'm an RN and I'm going for my bachelor's. And now we're Magnet, and that's very special because I feel that we give very good patient care. And Everybody's very nice. The staff is nice. My patients are lovely.
Mather nurses, this is an extraordinary group of people. They are loving, caring, and very, very smart. I have a hospital full of infection control nurses who are partners of mine to keep this hospital safe.
I love Mather because it's a small community hospital. There's a lot of great bonds here. Everyone's very helpful. It's a great atmosphere to work in. Everyone's very friendly and kind, and it's just a nice place to work. So,
Mather's nurses are exceptional. They provide great quality patient care, and they always go above and beyond.
I love being an ER nurse for the fast pace, not knowing what's going to walk through the door at any time. I love when a critical patient comes in and seeing how we can turn them around in seconds, and just sounds silly, but saving a life.
I love being a Mather nurse because of the people. The people are terrific. They're a great bunch of professionals, and they always are respectful of each other and put the patients first.
Here at Mather, the radiology department has so many different aspects of what imaging services has, and I love getting to know all those different aspects, especially when you have patients that come in that are getting diagnosed with something and they're not feeling too great at that moment. So it's nice to actually be there as a support and also to help them get through this difficult time.
I couldn't ask for a better place to work. I am so happy here. Great leadership, just dedication and friendship. It's just what it's all about. It's just wonderful.
Probably working in the OR at Mather, one of the best things is the teamwork and the camaraderie, and that, if you need anything or backup for any patients, there's always somebody around that's going to pitch in and make it a better outcome for the patients.
Oh, I love the nurses. Absolutely love to help the patients through having the nurses have the best information, the best evidence-based practice so that they can take the best care of our patients.
The nurses here are very compassionate, they're loving. I have personal experience. My mother was a patient here, and from the emergency room to CCU, everybody treated my mother as if she was their own.
I love working on telemetry as a facilitator because of the staff. Everybody works together as a team here, and it's like a family. We all come together when there's any emergencies. Everybody comes together and helps each other out, so I love working here.
I always like to sing, I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got sunshine every day. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way, my girl? Stuff like that, just to get their spirits up in the morning.
Here at Mather, the nurses are great. They're fantastic. We couldn't take care of the patients without them.
I love Mather's nurses because they all work well together.
I love the nurses here at Mather because they make me feel proud to work here. They're on the front lines taking care of patients every day. They're what we're all about here at Mather. I'm very proud to be at Magnet Hospital. Wouldn't have been possible without the dedication and hard work of our nursing staff.
I love working in the nursing department because I find the nurses to be very compassionate, very caring people. I enjoy talking to them every single day. They come in here and they talk to us and ask questions, and I just love that. I love the fact that Marie Mulligan has an open door policy, and she's always available for them, which is wonderful.
The nurses at Mather are actually the finest that I've ever met. They're the most compassionate, the most caring, the most gentle, the most patient. Every hospital that I've worked on from New York City out in the island, nobody can compare or touch the nurses at Mather. That makes all the difference. And the patients tell me the same.
Honestly, when I come to work, the nurses are like a second family. I feel like every time I come to work, it's kind of like coming home. I know I can trust my nurses with, what I need done. They'll have my patients taken care of, and everything they do is either to assist me in the best care that I can provide for my patients, and then advocating for their patients as they see fit. And they'll argue with me about that too.
Well, I've been in math for 25 years now, and I have to say, because I'm the Assistant Director of Engineering, I get to work very closely with the nurses, and I really do appreciate it. Even as busy as they are, one thing I really appreciate about them is that they always take time to work with me, to make time out of their busy schedule to take care of what has to be done. And I appreciate that because they're busy, and And you don't have much opportunity sometimes to say that you appreciate the hard work that the nurses do. And so I want to take this opportunity to really thank them. I appreciate everything, and I see the hard work, and you know, it's really my pleasure and my privilege to work with them here at Mather.
What I love about Mather's nurses are the care and compassion that they give to the patients. I've had a bunch of family members who needed care this past year, and the care that they delivered was outstanding. I live in Miller Place, and a lot of our neighbors and friends utilize our organization, and I always get tremendous feedback on the care that they receive from the nurses at Mather.
It's the nurses here that keep me working here because they're all extremely friendly, they're all great nurses, and it makes the day enjoyable.
I love the nurses here at Mather. I mean, they are the best. They're very compassionate, they are real advocates for the patients, and they really take care of the patients very well.
I'm very proud of the nursing staff here at Mather. They are very professional, they're dedicated, they provide care with respect, with compassion, and with nursing excellent outcomes. This past year has been amazing. The outcomes that they have demonstrated, the fact that where we were and where we came has been truly amazing. And I can't say how grateful and how proud I am of them to have made this organization what they are.
Nursing's leadership is outstanding here at Mather. If it wasn't for Marie Mulligan, CNO, and also the nurse executive team, we have the talent, we have, Marie has the vision and we have brought nursing to a whole different level here. We have a level of excellence.
The people here are very friendly, easy to work with, always go out of their way to do what you need and help you with what you need to get done. There's great leadership, great direction, and I enjoy coming to work every day.
Nursing's leadership is very strong. They're visionary. Our CNO is really, she leads by example. I was an associate's prepared nurse, really had no intention of going back to school, and then when Marie gave me the opportunity to come out here to Mather, I was able to go back to school. I got my BSN. She was supportive of that. I mean, she's in her doctorate program now. I'm in awe of everything that she's been able to do, and she does support us in a very strong way.
Patients come to the hospital because they need 24/7 care, and it's our nursing that brings our patients to Mather. And we are known for our care and our commitment and our excellence in nursing, and that's why we are who we are as an organization. And so, on behalf of Nursing Week for 2014, I want to say thank you, and thank you for being a nurse at Mather.
Happy Nurses Week. We all do a fabulous job and our patients appreciate it every day.
I say keep on grooving. We're doing a great job, and I love what nurses do, and all they do is want to help people, and that's the best part of nursing.
I'd like to say thank you to all the nurses here at Mather Hospital. They're extraordinary nurses. They take wonderful care of patients every day, and I'm proud to be one of them.
Thank you all of you for your great job. Thank you all. I'm very proud of you, and I'm part of being one of you too.
You all rock. You do a great job taking care of our patients. Thank you so much for everything you do.
I'd like to thank everybody for all the hard work they've done and keep up the good work.
Well, I would like to say nursing is a difficult job. It demands a lot of patience. You get to experience a lot. You meet different people. So I would say keep up the good work. Be patient. Don't get burned out. Take it easy, one patient at a time. And we'll do all right. We're making a difference, and I'm very proud.